He's Stonebraker and he does stuff, yeah. Feel the hum of the wheels out there. Not perfect, but he dares to dream. Hit that subscribe, make that bell scream.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Stonebraker does stuff. Back on the, and let me know if I'm pronouncing this right, because I still haven't actually learned the correct way to say it. Aventon Aventure, but I do believe it is pronounced the Aventure 1, the old school 26 by 4 inch fat tire e-bike that I feel like really started it all. So today, November 16th, 2025, it's 1:38 p.m. and this ride should have started at about 11 a.m. But I wanted today to take my bike. I wanted to actually go to the Big Four Trail. I went there earlier in the year. Feel free to go back and watch the video. I'll put the little picture right there. I wanted to go there today, but it's like an hour away, and yesterday's weather kind of fooled me. So mid-November, living in the Midwest, pretty close to, really cool temperatures probably for a while. But it was like 72 degrees yesterday, which blew my mind. But unfortunately, it wasn't 72 degrees and perfectly blue sky sunny like it is today. So if you're just watching this video and you're like, wow, what fantastic weather in November in the Hoosier state. Like, I'd agree, it's not bad, but it's cold. It's not freezing cold. I think it's like in the high 40s. We may hit 50 today. So in a couple months, this would be like fantastic dream riding weather for me. But I kind of got spoiled yesterday, but yesterday it was like gray and it was really, really windy. So it was like 70 degrees, but it was a very misleading 70 degrees. And I just had no motivation. So I thought, it's an hour there. I'll probably ride an hour drive home. There's 3 hours of my day, a couple hours editing, and it gets dark at like 4:30, like 5 o'clock. And that's gonna be my whole day. So we will try, and I'm gonna put that in quotation marks, try to get one more ride in where we actually take the bikes outside of town before the end of the riding season. But this is probably going to be the last ride of 25 on the Aventon. So if you guys have noticed, hopefully you guys noticed, I'll pull up here a little bit and show you the bike. So I've got both fenders off now. I took the back fender off, and it's so much more peaceful and so much quieter. So I took it off Friday when I got the battery not fully charged, but I dropped the battery down a little bit as well. So I did get some of the supplies that Upway sent me. So again, I'm assuming most people that are watching this have probably watched some of my previous videos. This bike I bought used from a company called Upway. They buy and sell e-bikes online, and excuse me, this was a 4-year-old e-bike, but it had like 80 some miles on it and some cosmetic issues for sure. And I took some paint and stuff and fingernail polish, I should say. If I'm gonna be honest, I gotta say it was fingernail polish, it wasn't paint. And I still got this cough, by the way, too. But I would, with the fingernail polish, and touched it up a little bit. And now that it's dried up and everything, it's not like perfectly matching, but it's good enough. I'd rather have some unmatching red paint than scuff marks. So I also had a small, teeny tiny little scuff on the screen right here. So Upway sent me a brand new screen. So this is a brand new screen, simple to set up. You just unplug everything, plug it back in. The plastic left and right that clips onto the handlebars, it was cracked on the bike I got. So all I needed really, I wasn't even worried about the screen. I just needed like these parts here, the little plastic parts that I could clip to the handlebars. But nah, they were cool. They just sent me the whole freaking thing. So I got that Saturday. Also the battery faceplate, which I've learned it's only a faceplate, it's not the legit battery, had a dent in it. I showed you guys in the previous videos. So I contacted them, and another fantastic response from them. So they're gonna send me a new faceplate, which is cool. But because there is a little small dent in the battery, it's very teeny tiny, they're sending me a brand new battery too. So that was also supposed to be here yesterday, Saturday for me. But I don't know why they shipped it from the same company, but the FedEx, for some reason, the screen was sent to my local FedEx and the battery was sent to FedEx about an hour from me. So I'll have that Monday. But yeah, I'll have everything set up Monday. I got the screen connected. I put the front bag on, and definitely I have undiagnosed OCD because the bag is, the way the handlebars are shaped, I couldn't like align it perfectly. There's my sister, my niece. I couldn't align it perfectly, so like I'm looking at it now and it drives me crazy that it's not perfectly aligned. But when you go to the front, it looks okay. So bought a power bank like I do for all my bikes. Had a red cable already, so matching the bike. Aesthetically pleasing is how I would say this bike is. And let's take a right here. And F you yellow poles, I'm about to hit you every time. But with this will be the last ride at 25 on the Aventon Adventure 1. After I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and put it inside for the year. Riding season, I should say, probably for the year too as well. There's only like 6 weeks left in 2025. So have 100% on the battery. I need to get that down to 70% now. I'm not gonna make you guys suffer while I ride this bike and blow 30% of the battery. I could do it quicker if I would just ride on 5 and throttle. I'd get through the battery quicker, but it's just not my vibe today. Sunday is a nice day just to get out for a cozy ride through town and on the trail. It's also a bye week for my NFL team, the Colts. So you add all those together, and I figured, hey, I may not want to drive an hour and go to a cooler trail, a bigger trail and stuff, but we're still gonna ride out. So we're gonna get this battery to 70%. We will store it. Now the new battery, if it comes fully charged, I'll take it out a little bit and try to get it down to 70% as well. So that way I'll have them both about 70% for the winter. And I'm curious if, okay, and now it went down to 99. I'm like, this thing still says 100. Still learning the controls of this. So when I switched the new screen on today, and I took it just around the block, just to make sure it worked and everything. And I noticed the speeds didn't seem to be the same. So, oh God, don't hit anything, please. Thank you. So I noticed that I think this bike was unlocked because that would get up to 28. So when I switched this, like the unlock went away. So I had to figure out how to do that, which involved downloading an app, going in and changing it. So I think I've done that correctly. At some point in this video, I will get some more speed just to make sure it can go up to 28. But pedal assist 2 on this bad boy, ride at 15 is fantastic. Gear 7, I think gear 7, yeah. Such a smooth ride. And we're gonna go over the trestle here. So this thing, I've mentioned it before, spring 2026, this is gonna be walkable, this trail above me. And I can't wait to kind of see how it works with the bikes and stuff. So I think they're just gonna have a path at the end of that where you just turn around. I don't know. But that's the final phase of the complete restoration of this. And it's so weird to me just to think that 8 months ago, this was just all woods. This wasn't even here. So I'm sure glad it is though. I waited a while. I heard rumors that they were gonna complete it, and glad they finally did. And my mortal enemy right here. Thank you so much. Didn't hit any of that, so get past these sharp little rocks right here. So I swear to God, I'm not dying. I just got this every every year I get this cough, and it seems to last for about 6 weeks. I don't really feel sick or anything. I'm just kind of a little nasally a little bit. And sometimes I'll get like a little headache, but I don't know what it is. It's every year. I don't know if it's the weather change. I don't know if I'm possibly dying. I don't know if I'm just pretending. I don't know. But every year I have it. So if you hear some coughing, honest to God, I'll be okay. Whole bunch of leaves. Leaves are falling. Rest of the week, I think, is supposed to be kind of chilly. So at some point over the next probably couple weeks, I will get out and make a video on the Mokwheel, basically getting some of the battery down to 70%. I'll make a little video on that. And then the Kingbull. Something's going on with the seat with the Kingbull. I don't know what happened, but I had a friend ride it, and when he was riding it, it kept clicking and the seat would move up and down. So I need to look at the post and maybe take the seat off and put it back on. But issues with the seat on that, but I'll get a video on that too. Get them both down to 70%. With it getting so close to like December and just pure cold and snow and Santa Claus and crazy reindeers and candy canes that are 7 years old that you're forced to eat. These will probably be some of the last videos of the year. No, I can't guarantee that because there's always a possibility that we could have like a surprise 60-degree day in December. I think it happened last year, like right on Christmas. So something like that happens, probably get another video out, but I'm gonna bump this to pedal assist 3. You know what, here, let's take it to 5 here, and we're gonna go into gear 8. Let me just make sure that it does go up to 28. 25, 26, we're kind of going uphill, 27, 27.9, yeah, 28.5, so, okay. Glad to know that the app worked. I was thinking maybe because it's an old bike, like it wouldn't work or whatever, but I never even thought of that, like having to go back in and unlock the bike with the new screen. I think this bike is perfectly acceptable for what I wanted. And like, it's a cadence, but it's so smooth. Like right now, gear 7, pedal assist 2, right under 15, like I'm giving it like a little bit of juice, you know, I'm not pedaling like crazy, but it just doesn't rocket you to the highest level. And I really like that. Because I'm not a fan of being rocketed. And you know what, let's just go left here. I need to try to get a thumbnail at some point. Great, and I'm riding right into this cold ass wind. So 93, I've only put 5 miles. It says I've been riding for 20. Oh, RIP squirrel, RIP my guy. It's a bad world anyways, you're probably lucky. But let's go to 4, pedal assist 4 here. Try to use a little battery. And you know what? I've always wanted to come back here, and I've never done it, so let's do it today. Well, might as well. This is like a this is like a newer adult living community, and then this whole area back here is going to be filled with new houses, and it looks like they've started to build quite a few of them. I just kind of wanted to take a look out here. This has been a big drama, big drama thing in our town here about the this whole process, because the mayor has his hand in it, and I don't know the story, but you never know. That is a nice house. Is that legit going to be someone's house, or is that going to be like a home or something, or adult living community? Wow, go around here. So prior to where I live right now, straight ahead, these little one-story apartments, I lived in one of those, and all of this was just farmland. And this is like, 7 years ago. Like all these houses here, these have to be like adult living because they're all identical to each other. But yeah, that house right there, wow. Freaking wow. There's like a 27 car garage in the back. It's got some sloping roofs. I want to slide down one of those. If I was Evel Knievel, I would take my e-bike and just do some gnarly stuff off of that. But maybe they will allow me to rent a closet in their home. Maybe they'll allow me to do that. All right, we're gonna bump it up real quick here. We're gonna use a little throttle just because I want to use some battery. Still at 91%, got to get down to 70. Like nice house here too. Number 3. Supposedly there's gonna be like 80 houses. I don't know. Nice house too. Porta potty, so they're prepared. You see they got spots there. Yeah, neat. So this has kind of been like a thing for, I think they've been doing this for maybe like 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. And I have never even rode back there. So if you want to move to a town in Indiana, I should say, let me know. I'll give you the details. I'll give you the mayor's phone number. He amended the town ordinance to allow e-bikes. So I gotta help him out best I can with that. Let's take another left here, go through town just a little bit. And let's take another left, why not? We're getting very close to Black Friday, and anybody who has watched my video that I posted Tuesday, I definitely appreciate that. So that is probably going to be, well, I guess I couldn't say that because it's probably not going to keep at its current rate after Black Friday. But I've gotten more views on that video in the 5 days than I've gotten on any video. And that was the quickest, easiest video that I've ever made. So if you haven't seen it, go back and watch the previous video. It's not really a top 10, but it was just 10 e-bikes that I happened to randomly see some Black Friday deals. Or I guess some of them were just kind of standard deals that I thought were really good. So go back and watch that. Surprised to see a lot of the bigger battery bikes, the 25, 30 amp hours. On sale for I think a couple of them was less than 1,000, or some of them are right around 1,000. So it seems like a couple of years ago, you'd be looking at least like $2,000 for stuff like that. So yeah, go back and check that video. On the thumbnail, I mentioned like 13 minutes of research for a 10-minute video. And honest to God, that was the truth, even though it was like a 13-minute video. And I tried to mention, these weren't like the greatest deals. I didn't spend hours researching it, but I'm glad a lot of people have watched that. And, maybe there's a bike or two in there that you're like, wait a minute, it's a good deal. Like that first one, I think it was the VeloWave. That seemed like a pretty good deal. And maybe we can get one of these Caterpillars on sale Black Friday as well. Probably going to be more than $1,000 for that bad boy. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching that video. I keep checking it, and I think it was at like 3,400 views this morning. I'm sure it's probably a little bit higher now. So if that helped you guys at all, I'm glad. That was the intent. If it didn't help you and you're like, these bikes freaking suck, that's not even a freaking deal. He gave wrong information, which I think I did, unlike one of them about being a torque sensor, and it's not. So thank you, internet, for correcting me on that. But it's out there, so take it and use it as you will. And if I do see like anything else pops up, like if I'm just bored one night and I'm like, let me spend my night looking up Black Friday e-bike deals. I will go ahead and maybe I'll make another video. You know, here's 5 extra or whatever. I don't really want to do that unless they're really good deals, because then I feel like I'm just making videos just to try to get views. And as the opening video says, the lyrics, you know, he's not perfect and my videos are not perfect. So, and all right, guys, let's take a right. I've been riding for 31 minutes according to Strava. All right, guys, we're gonna end the video. I'm at 87. I'm gonna ride this a little bit more just to get it down to 70, and then we're gonna store this bike for the foreseeable future, unless we get a fantastic day and I just get that urge to get on the Aventon Adventure. But all right, guys, thank you for spending your time helping me waste my time, and I will see you in the next one, unless this cough takes me out. This is the last video I ever make. R.I.P. me.